From my rotting body, flowers shall grow, and I am in them, and that is eternity. Thomas More could make death sound poetic. He accepts the cold, clammy grip of death and forms a beautiful scene with flowers growing from his body. But in my first experience with death, I did not see the flowers. I did not see the peace they could bring. I only saw the pain that came with death. For months, my grandfather Thomas White was sick. However, he continued to go about life as if everything was fine. He would pick my sister Dee Dee and I up from school. He would preach on Sunday mornings, since he was the pastor of the church. I remember thinking, Papa, that's what Dee Dee and I used to call him, is as strong as ever. He's never going to die. He'll be with us forever and ever. This thought that was conjured up in my 6-year-old mind seemed to be correct until one Sunday he said, I am going to die. This announcement was my Hurricane Katrina. My mind was in utter chaos. I was shocked, panicked, crazed. I asked my mom what he said, and she confirmed it. In my innocence, I said, but Papa can't die. He's going to stay with us forever. This news was awful, but the worst was yet to come. As my grandfather slowly deteriorated, hundreds, maybe thousands of people came in droves to his house. They paid their respects to him while he sat in his chair in the living room, looking like the King of England. But I did not care for these intruders. I wanted to squeeze every ounce of time with him. I entered his living room as he sat with a blanket in his lap. I climbed into that blanket with him and told him how my day at school was. I spoke quietly so that my voice would not send him to his fate. But my grandfather, in the midst of his pain, comforted me. His smile calmed the storms in my mind. When he hugged me, the world didn't matter. All that mattered was that my papa was there, but not for long. On a Friday night, after youth night was finished, I came back to the house, which was filled with cousins, aunts, uncles, and many people who I did not recognize. At this time, my granddad was moved to his bedroom, and the adults didn't want the children there. So I went into the living room and played with my other cousins. As our fun was beginning, my mom came downstairs with a solemn look on her face. I thought that was just because Papa was dying and that she was a little sad. When she told us all to come into his bedroom, I thought my granddad just wanted to speak with us. I was wrong. Once I saw his lifeless face, the springs came forward. Over and over again, I asked my parents, why did Papa have to die? Why did Papa have to die? Because the Lord had a need of him, my father would say with each rendition of the same the exact question. I fell asleep with tears still streaming down my face. It has been 10 years, and I still think about that day. I can still see myself asking why he needed to die. I can still see his face, dried by cruel death.